Well, hello there. I wanted to give you a quick introduction to the Milestone Planner user interface and some of our September updates. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in here. So by default, you head into the dashboard page, and really the purpose of that is to show you actions and milestones that are coming up and are due. We default back into the plan that you were last active in, really to make things a little bit faster and hopefully more convenient for you. Along that lines, there's a few changes to the user interface and some features that have been there for a while that maybe you're not familiar with that I just wanted to take 2 minutes to show you. The first one is project titles can be edited in place. So if I want to change the name of this project, then I can do that. Just type in what I want there and hit enter, and that's updated straight away and will reflect in the plans of anyone that's shared with as well. If you want to switch project, you can just click on the pivot here, choose another one of those projects, either click on the status wheel or click on the view button that appears when you hover over it or on touch interfaces, whichever works best for you. The other thing you'll see in the interface is this triangle, which we use as a convention for expanding to show more detail. And if I click that, I get an expanded menu that lets me do things like delete this plan if I want to do that, the view button again, email a plan if I want to get a snapshot or an export of it, export a CSV of the plan. Again, one of our things at Milestone Planner and Social Optic is it's your data, so you can always get to it. And also it will show me the direct children of the plan, what's at the top level of that plan. So I've got a project level action there, and I've got the first work stream. So I'm going to click here to close that back up. So very quick to switch between plans there. So back to the list in the main interface. Again, you'll see that both milestones and actions have that familiar triangle as well, which lets me click, pull up a bigger menu. So there's a convenience button. I can mark stuff done. Now, actually, you can either do that by clicking on the status toggle and marking things blue, or you can click on the button there, which lets you toggle between done and not done. Really, whichever works best for you. When a milestone or action is complete, we'll fold that up, so it's not taking up your screen space anymore. Similarly, with actions, I can expand those, and I can see any actions underneath them. Again, by default, we roll up completed actions so they're not in the way, distracting you there. If I click, I can show those, or I can hide them again. So always when I open up something, I have to see how many completed items are underneath that, and really it keeps me focused on the actions or sub-actions. At any point I can click to add new. Now this is an action inside of an action, so it's a sub-action. So record the video, it may be set up the recordings, my next action. And maybe do the recording as well. So you'll notice that it's very quick and smooth, hopefully, to create additional actions. Each time I hit enter, it's going to prompt me for another action. And you'll also see this little progress bar, which exists both on milestones and on actions. And as I mark things started, you'll see those go green. And as I mark things completed, you'll see those go blue. So even without expanding the action, I can get a feel for what's going off underneath that, how much has been completed, how much is still to do. The other view is the do view. Now again, if I need more real estate, I'm quite a narrow screen here, I can hide this activity stream. Remember, the activity stream is showing me what's happened on this project, who's done what. If I'm not interested in that right now, I can just fold that away. That gives me a bit more real estate, so I get a 3-column view here on the do view. Now again, the way that this view works is it's showing me what I'm doing at the moment, what's completed and what's coming up next. And it just keeps me focused on the tasks in hand. So again, if something becomes due today, so I go ahead and click that there, you'll see it shows up in the milestones due. As I mark that complete, it'll move across, and we'll see that in a second. So set up the recording, I've done that. So again, as I click it, it moves across. So you get this kind of flow and a sense of what you're doing and what's been done. I can see that all of the sub-actions are complete here. This is completely blue, so I'm going to mark that blue as well. And I can see that my next action is going to be to post the video to YouTube. And again, once I've done that, of course, I can mark the milestone complete, and in the same way, it'll move across. So the idea is to have a very simple, kind of flexible interface. If I want to invite people to the project, I can hit that add button, either pull somebody in from there or type in a new name. Also, on projects with multiple people, if I click on the person, it will focus the view on that specific person, so I can just see their things. Similarly, if I do show all, it will take me back to showing everybody's things there. The milestones view is the last thing I'm going to show you for today. Essentially, it's just another way of showing things where I can group them by the status of the milestone, by the owner, or by the work stream, or by last updated. So there's different ways of working with your milestones and actions that complement the traditional main milestone planner timeline view, which is of course still there, and you can still create things in there as you would like to. And that's it for today, really. Enjoy, give us feedback on the changes, tell us what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what would make it faster and more efficient for you, and have a very productive day.